Hello and welcome. I'm Dr. Stevens. If you're a senior and looking to stay active, healthy, and full of energy, you're in the right place. Please make sure to subscribe and like the video. It is very important for me. Now, let's talk about your health. There is a silent line drawn in the sand when it comes to longevity, and many of us cross it without even realizing we are in danger. There are people who ignore this specific dietary rule and, quite frankly, they might not live as long as they could. It sounds harsh, but the reality of our biology after the age of 60 is unforgiving, and making a mistake with something that looks so innocent can have consequences that simply do not happen when you are 20 or 30. It is terrifying to think that a single food item, often praised as a miracle cure, can actually turn against you if you do not understand the chemistry of your own body. We are going to talk about the avocado. Yes, that green, creamy fruit that has taken the world by storm. But this is not just another video telling you to eat your greens. We are going to explore why this fruit is a double-edged sword specifically for older adults. We will uncover how it can either be the most powerful anti-aging medicine in your pantry or a toxic burden that shuts down your liver and clots your blood. Please, I urge you to listen until the very end of this lecture because there is a specific secret ingredient you need to add to your avocado that changes everything, and almost nobody does it. Let's start by looking at the machine that is your body. Imagine yourself as a beautiful, high-quality classic car. You are vintage, you have value, and you have history. But a classic car requires a very specific type of maintenance. You cannot just pour cheap additives into the fuel tank and expect it to run smoothly. Avocado, when used correctly, acts like a high-grade premium synthetic oil for your engine. The research is absolutely stunning. Scientists at Tufts University discovered that the right amount of avocado can improve your cognitive functions by 32%. Think about that for a moment. That's a third more brain power, affecting your working memory and how fast you solve problems. It's like clearing the fog off a windshield. But the benefits do not stop at the brain. As we age, we face a silent enemy called sarcopenia. This is the natural, progressive loss of muscle mass that makes us frail. It makes walking upstairs harder. It makes carrying groceries a struggle. Regular consumption of this fruit boosts the synthesis of muscle protein by 28%. It essentially tells your body to keep building, to keep the chassis strong. And for your heart, it slashes the risk of cardiovascular events by over 20% thanks to potassium and healthy fats. It even acts like internal sunglasses for your eyes, with compounds like lutein increasing the pigment density in your retina, protecting you from going blind due to age. It fights the fire of inflammation in your body, lowering those dangerous markers by nearly half. It sounds like magic, doesn't it? However, and this is a massive however, if you pour too much oil into that classic car, or if you mix it with the wrong substances, the engine will clog, smoke, and eventually fail. Before we get into the 5 dangerous mistakes that can land you in the hospital, I want to take a brief second to ask for your support. If you want to keep your engine running smoothly for decades to come, please hit that subscribe button and like this video. It helps us find more people who need this life-saving information. Now, let's navigate the minefield. The first major mistake is impatience. Eating an unripe avocado is not just a culinary crime, it's a health risk. Unripe avocados contain high levels of a compound called persin. In a young, robust body, persin is annoying. In an older body, where the liver works a bit slower and filters toxins with more difficulty, persin can be genuinely toxic.
It causes nausea, severe stomach pain, and puts unnecessary stress on your liver. If the fruit feels like a stone, leave it alone. It should yield to gentle pressure, but it should not feel like mush. The second mistake is potentially lethal, and I do not use that word lightly. If you are taking blood thinners like warfarin, aspirin, or clopidogrel, you must be extremely careful. Avocado is rich in vitamin K, which is the vitamin that helps blood to clot. If you are taking medication to thin your blood and then you eat a massive bowl of guacamole, you are essentially canceling out your medicine. You could make your blood too thick, risking a clot, or throw your levels off so wildly that you risk bleeding. It does not mean you cannot eat it, but you must keep the portions small and, more importantly, consistent. You cannot eat 3 avocados on Tuesday and none on Wednesday. Your blood needs stability. The third error is a dietary disaster that destroys your digestion. Remember, avocado is 77% fat. It is good fat, but it is still fat. Many people make the mistake of pairing it with bacon, heavy cheese, or nuts. When you dump that much fat into a digestion system that has seen 60 or 70 years of work, you are asking for trouble. It overloads the gallbladder and slows everything down. Even worse, this heavy combination reduces the absorption of those brain-protecting antioxidants by 45%. You are eating the food for health, but by mixing it with cheese, you are blocking the benefits. You should pair it with light proteins like chicken or fish. Then there is the issue of quantity. We all love a good feast, but your metabolism is not what it was when you were 20. 1 avocado has over 300 calories. Eating too much leads to weight gain and high cholesterol, which defeats the purpose of eating it for heart health. And finally, there is the bacterial trap. If you cut an avocado and leave it on the counter for more than 2 hours, it becomes a breeding ground for bacteria like E. coli and Salmonella. For an older immune system, this food poisoning can be devastating. You must spritz it with lemon juice, wrap it tightly in plastic, and refrigerate it, but even then, do not keep it longer than 24 hours. So how do you unlock the true power of this fruit without the risks? Here is the formula. The best time to eat it is during your second breakfast, maybe around 10 or 11 in the morning. This timing improves vitamin absorption by 34% compared to the evening. Pair it with spinach or kale to boost the eye-protecting lutein, or with tomatoes to quadruple the absorption of lycopene. And now for the secret I promised you at the beginning, the one simple trick that supercharges this food. When you prepare your avocado, add a simple pinch of black pepper. That's it. Piperine, the compound in black pepper, increases the bioavailability of all those wonderful nutrients in the avocado by 23%. It's like unlocking a hidden door to better health. And please, never put avocado in the microwave. Heat destroys the delicate vitamins we are trying to get. Eat it raw, eat it fresh, and treat it with respect. Think of your body as that classic car we talked about. If you use this premium oil in the right amount, without mixing it with cheap sludge, your engine will purr. You will think clearer, stand stronger, and see better. And here's one last interesting fact to leave you with.
Did you know that botanically speaking, the avocado is actually considered a single-seeded berry that survived extinction? It used to be eaten by giant ground sloths thousands of years ago. And just like that ancient survivor, with the right care, you can thrive in a modern world that is often hostile to aging. Take care of your engine, and it will take you far.